story of a country founded on incandescent ideals that were so good that no one who wrote them down was brave enough to live up to them. But that doesn't impeach the ideals, it impeaches the people. And a country that has worked.
By the way, though, those words, for me, as a white guy, those words that were pulled from Thomas Jefferson, used by Frederick Douglass,
correct,
used by Martin Luther King as both a sword and a shield, correct, against racism, moving us to 1964 and 1965, and finally a new America. How exciting is that? And in 2020, when democracy was on the line, who rose up? We've talked about this before. Who rose up? The very people who had the least reason, who were discriminated against the most. Black women in Atlanta, black women in Philadelphia, black women in Detroit, black women in Milwaukee. That, if that doesn't give you chills, that they were the ones who stepped up and stood in the gap and saved James Madison's Constitution. Wow.
And is that
not a country to love?
Story. It is a story.
That's why I say that we should formally create a separate group for black men, so that you can then formalize the sanctioning of that form of bigotry, and racism. See, if we were a separate legal group, then you could attack, white people, other black people, and even black women when they engage in that sort of that sort of action. I think if we're going to stay here, we must create this separate group.